But today we are going to be reviewing these 529 gears from Nitro Gear, as well as the OV tune I have in premium base mode. So, oh, it's hot. It's hot. Is it November?
Yes.
It's November in Louisiana. It's like 85 degrees. So, it's not gonna be the most fair comparison, you know, for stock to 529s, but I can tell you, I had the tune on the truck before I did the 529s, and I was still not happy with how the truck was performing. And if you've driven a Tacoma at all, you know that it constantly misshifts. It tries to go down to 6th gear at 25 miles an hour. It can't stay in 6th gear at 70 miles an hour. So it was definitely hurting for the correct shift patterns and the amount of power that it needed. But with these 529s, it puts it right back into that power band that you'd expect to see. So let's go. So right off the bat, you can tell that there's a lot more pep in its step. It used to be that I had to press the pedal down, at least it felt like halfway just to get this sucker to move. And now it's back into it feels like your foot is where it should be with how fast the truck is going. Does that make sense? The biggest problem I have with this truck is that it's not that it's a slow truck. If you pin it to win it, this truck will haul ass, but it's the daily drivability where you're only giving it 25% throttle, where you just feel like the truck's not moving, it's not going, it's not shifting the way it should, it doesn't downshift the way I liked. So these 529 gears essentially corrected all of that. Right now we're doing 40 miles an hour and it's at 1500 RPMs. So you're going to see an increase in the RPM, but that's not a bad thing for this motor, because this motor lives in the upper RPMs. At 70 miles an hour, I think we're turning about 2300 to 2400 RPM, but that's right in the power band of this truck. So you'll be able to hold that 6th gear without constantly hunting around at highway speeds. Action. So another thing to think about when you're talking about doing these gears for the Tacomas is that a 529 gear is a pretty low gear set. In fact, I've got 488s in Megalex, and that sucker hauls ass. But obviously it has a 5.7 liter in it. So 529s, like I said, are way up there. That's the kind of gearing that you'd see on a dedicated rock crawler. But in this situation, it works great. The only downfall I've seen is that I can hear the gears just a little bit. It's a faint, like a whirring noise. Oh, you can just at highways, because the faster you go, obviously. And the reason for that is because these gear teeth are set in so much that they're just going to sing a little bit, because they're 529s. You got people that decide, you got people that want to talk about going 48s or 529s, and I was on the same fence. I was like, 529s seem incredibly low, and the 48s I've had great success in with all of my other trucks. But as I'm going online and I'm seeing everybody talk about the folks that have gotten the 48s versus the folks that have gotten the 529s, I constantly see the 488 folks wishing they had gone 529, but I never see 529 folks wishing they had gone 488. So that was what I used to kind of decide what gear set I was going to go with, and I'm incredibly happy with it. Combine the 529s with the OV tune in 93 performance mode, and this sucker is just, I mean, you can take it to the track and probably win some races. So overall, this is probably one of the best modifications I've made to the Tacoma so far. I think it was right around $1,400 after core charges were exchanged from East Coast Gears to get this done. And in my opinion, that's the best bang for your buck. You're getting all the performance that you would need for this truck to either rock crawl or just daily drive it, because they really needed some help in that regard. So I got the 529s in. I'm ready to upgrade to my 35s. This is done on 33s. So this is a little bit of preparation in the future. But even if you're running just a slightly oversized tire, the 529s still do great. I would probably not run it with a stock tire size. That would be really low gearing. But other than that, any kind of +1 size tire all the way up to 35, this 529 is going to do real good. So until next time, we'll see you around and we'll give you more great reviews on great products.